unstoppable with something to believe in. Monday left me broken. Tuesday I was through with open. Wednesday my empty arms were open. Thursday waiting for love. How did I get so blind and so cynical? If there's love in this life, we're unstoppable. We can't be defeated. Monday left me broken. Tuesday I was through with hoping. Wednesday my empty arms were open. Thursday waiting for love, waiting for love. Thank the stars, it's Friday. I'm burning like a fire. Guess I won't be going to church on Sunday. I'll be waiting for love, waiting for love. Thursday waiting for love, waiting for love.
Week. Oh well, cause the beggars can be choosy. Wanted to receive attention for my music. Wanna be left alone and public will excuse me. For one of my cake and needed two. When I both face fame and me a balloon. When my ego inflated, when I blow see, it was confusing. Cause all I wanna do is be the Bruce Lee and loosely. Abusing, used it as a tool when I blue steam. Ooh, hit the lottery, oh wait. But what I gave it to get was bittersweet. Like winning a used me. Ironic cause I'm getting so huge. I need this ring, got me getting the low sheep. One sheep, two sheep. Going cuckoo is cool key. But I'm actually what it
Friends with the monster inside of my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. They're trying to save me, stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy. Well, it's not fair. Well, it's not fair.
Well, I ain't much of a poet, but I know somebody once told me to seize the moment and don't squander it. You never know when it all could be over tomorrow, so I keep conjuring. Sometimes I wonder where these thoughts come from.
You wonders, you lose your mind when you wander.
Thinking I'm wandering off down yonder and I stumble onto Jeff Van Dondren. Cause I need an interventionist to intervene between me and this monster and save me from myself and all this conflict. Cause if everything I love is killing me and I can't conquer it. My OCD's knocking me in the head, keep knocking. No, it's home, I'm sleepwalking. I'm relaying with the voice in my head said. Don't shoot the messenger, I'm just friends with
The
you.
monster inside of my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. They're trying to save me, stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy. Well, it's not fair. Well, it's not fair. I'm friends with the monster inside of my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. They're trying to save me, stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy. Well, it's not fair. I wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo. If you see me, then you mean it, then you know you have to go. Fast and furious. Fast and furious. Drift, drift. I wonder if you know how to live in Tokyo. If you see me, then you mean it, then you know you have to go. Fast and furious. Fast and furious. I wonder if you know how to live in Tokyo. If you see me, then you
sexy bitch, a sexy bitch. Damn, you's a sexy bitch. Damn, girl. Damn, you's a sexy bitch, a sexy bitch. Damn, you's a sexy bitch. Damn, girl.
Like the smoke in my lungs, you got me feeling so numb. Oh, all I felt was you. I was out of my mind, you were killing me inside. Yeah, I know the truth. I know it's that I think of you, I'm losing sleep. I don't know what it is you do. The moment that you walked into my life, I started to fall head to toe for you. No, I just can't get over all the games we played. I lose myself in your abuse. You split my heart in two.
split to a full flank coming in from behind as well, Bait will back off.
Yeah, completely calling the save. Had they got HEs in spawn and so that they could actually cancel that plant and just delay further, if they'd been able to chew off that clock for maybe an extra 15-20 seconds while making Eternal Fire uncomfortable, they maybe would have gone for this. But they cede a lot of ground. They give a lot of respect to the buy of Eternal Fire, and yeah, you could just see how quickly it kind of blows up in their face. It's a very explosive round. NPL, some nice kills on the exit, but Vicadia will be able to get away with his. Will take a fair amount of damage, but 3 players will survive for either squad. So Eternal Fire, they get themselves up to double digits. They get themselves within punching distance to tie it up and push overtime.
It does feel like with the saving habits, so we're not going to be giving any free rounds for here at all. Beautiful shot again from Xantares. It is just nice to see.
Yeah, it's maybe a little unfortunate for Bait that Eternal Fire went for such a heavy long control round where Bait only really wanted to get a glimpse of information. They didn't have players that could throw supportive utility. Captain Kirka was alone. It's a 3B start here for Bait. That is a clear signal that they're going to try and make use of these saved rifles and push for info. It's an opener from Headtrick as well around the mid-smoke.
Vicadia's made noise, I believe, and no, he's going to find 2 massive. He's not ready for NPL around the corner. NPL will trade, maybe more, but Xantares keeps himself alive. What could have been an absolute robbery over there, bring it back to a 3-on-2. Ends up being Xantares saving it.
Oh, you imagine if he had a 5.7 or a P250 or something, anything but a USP would have given a better chance. It's a miss from Headtrick. Could have brought this to a 1-on-2, but they now know exactly where he is, and they can do everything within their power to just run the other way.
It's a nice call from Bait, but it does feel like it's one of the only calls of proactivity we've seen from them on their CT side, and it comes in a round where it's one of your quote-unquote no-risk ones.
Yeah.
You're not expecting to win it anyway.
It's also, I mean, you've got 2 USPs. How else are you going to make use of them in any capacity, right? So almost like a forced decision.
Yeah.
Well, you want them to hold onto a bomb site with a standard issue pistol? I don't think so.
Sometimes they couldn't do it with a rifle.
But great perseverance, some great shooting from Vicadia in this round. They were trying to guarantee trades, and he just hit headshot after headshot. He's 21-15. You know, we had a lot of focus, obviously, on Xantares and Woxic as these explosive players, but Vicadia as the prospect that we weren't sure that the Turkish scene would be able to deliver on. They had a lot of good words to say about him when he first joined the teams, and then there was a little moment where you maybe saw a couple mistakes start to rear its head, but he's refined his game so much. And you can see the kind of output he can deliver for this Turkish squad.
That kill on the Headtrick is massive.
Yeah.
That could be game-changing. Especially when you consider that NPL was sticking around for a few of these extra kills to keep the T-side economy tame. And it doesn't feel like it's anything at that point, but it's always second-order effect. It's always 3 rounds down when you might be thinking, well, would have loved to have an extra 3,000 on my hands.
I'm not sure how much of that is NPL playing the long game or just being a confident guy, because he plays like that so frequently, and it's just so night and day.
It's also possible that's a conversation they've had, right? Like, listen, guys, we're not doing on LAN what we would online. Let's force ourselves into the game from game number 1. We're in a winning position. Let's make sure our form never dips, all of that stuff, because the mental game does matter, but the money game matters maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, Headtrick not being able to save that ult means that he will not have it for the final round of regulation. They are shortchanged on kits, on util, and lacking that big green. But some of that may not matter. With the way that Eternal Fire have been calling these slow rounds, sometimes Bait have been ahead of those plays. I think there were definitely more tricks up the sleeves of Bait coming into this Dust 2, even with their shoddy win rate on the map. They maybe had to explore a bit more to get any success.
I don't know if they've got any more rabbits to pull out of the hat, but this would be the time to do it. Eternal Fire are 1 round away from overtime. And considering they started off 9-4 with Bait winning the pistol round, that's not the ending they would want to this half. Alex will be the focal point. A jump spot reveals the AWP and more. They know Eternal Fire's intentions, but will they bite down on it? The rest of the three players so far away. The flashbang is perfect, but Essential still gets it done. Nade has been dodged. Alex will frag back, and Bait might do it with two. These two players on the B bomb side keep it under control, but Woxic and Major do the same. Woxic has been jumped down on NPL, and Captain Kurtka have got one man to take down Major. Another 1v2 on this B bomb site is absolutely vital. He ducks away, he takes his opponent's position, and they might not expect it. They turn around, but Captain Kurtka gets it done. Bait will upset.
Such a tragedy. Another 1 versus 2, and they had backs turned. That was Majors for the taking. But Bait have caused an upset immediately in Group A, where we're talking about Eternal Fire as the tournament favorites. They fumble in their opening best of 1.
And it did feel like they got it so close, but you can't even blame Bait for anything, right? Eternal Fire win the pistol round. They win the post-pistol force fight in that second half. They really felt like they were given everything necessary to succeed, but Bait took it back from them.
Yeah, I mean, they had a stealer of the pistol round, and then they got away with some of these crazy stacks and these gimmicky calls, maybe, but that sometimes is all you need to win an opening best of 1.
And that's exactly what you'd hope for from an underdog team. I mean, look, this 1v2 from Major as well. It's not like you didn't have hero players coming up from Eternal Fire. And if this is the Bait that we get to see for the rest of the tournament, incredibly well prepared, incredibly well intentioned, with a lot of these players continuing to maintain form even in losing rounds, that would be absolutely fantastic. But there's still a lot to do for them in the following games as well. Let's find out what their thoughts are with Mike.
We'll find out indeed. I've got Mr. Nipple, and holy cow, man, what an opener.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed, does too. Comfortable ground for you guys. Tough opponent, though. They nearly brought it back. It comes down to that 1v2. Major's flicking over. Your guy, Captain Kurtka, locks it down. What do you think of the team after this one?
I think we almost lost our game. We were feeling pretty comfortable throughout the whole match. But at the end, we were a bit shaky. I think we fucked up with some decisions, you know, and that was our mistake. But we won. I mean, I think we were a bit nervous because our opponent was at the high level, you know, like top 10 SLTV, I guess. So I think that's why we were so nervous. But we won, so that's better right now.
You did indeed. Now, do you think getting this first win under your belt, do you think some of those nerves are going to be a little calmer now?
I think, yeah, that's the win which will help us in the future, because yes.
Well, hey, I'm glad to see it. Congratulations, man. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, let's go into this, okay? Eternal Fire is the favorites, and in typical ESL Challenger fashion, they lose in the best of 1s. This happens all the time. If you're an ESL Challenger fan and you watch these, you know. If you're new, because you're coming here for simple, surprise. Bait, we spoke about how their big win condition was head trick popping off. He didn't. They won anyway. Nice big shake-up to start the day and screw up the bracket.
Yeah, and look, it was a very entertaining game as well. The fact that it almost went to OT, you know, that one missed no-scope from Woxic towards the end, and then Major. He had that right in front of him, both CTs running out of doors, and just couldn't get that spray transfer onto the second man. Oh, it went right down to the bitter end there in regulation, but we got there. And Sam, look, congratulations on getting the prediction right.
I feel great about myself. I feel good about my gamble. Because you can't just put it all on head trick. It was a lot of the team that was doing a lot here. MPL completely popped off a lot of the time on CT side. He was doing really, really well with his rifle. But going on to T side, Captain Kurtka did a lot as well. There were so many other aspects to the team of Bait that we didn't really cover as much because we weren't expecting them really to. We were expecting head trick to be the one big win condition, and it wasn't him. It was the rest of the team that was able to kind of help him out a little bit. There were times he was able to get the mid pick or even like a long pick, but it wasn't that was setting the course. It was the rest of the team getting the other extra picks around the map.
Yeah.
Why was Eternal Fire so lackluster?
Slow start, CT slide, Dust 2, didn't get enough done in that first half, and that's essentially what it came down to. You saw in the second half on T slide, they were really coming back into that game. They were chasing, they like to have that extra pressure of the chase, you know, like they usually do as the dark horses in better competition. and that's when you saw them start to excel. But yeah, the problem is, first game of Kato, very slow start, best of ones. You can't afford to have a slow start at best of one, and that's what cost them.
And I feel like Bait was also kind of giving them a little bit of respect too once they switched over to CT side. When Eternal Fire started to get a little bit more, okay, we can do this, we can maybe bring it back, maybe we can bring it into overtime. But Bait, at the end, they were just absolutely electric. It comes down to 1v1s and 1v2s in the end, and that completely, I thought it was going to be overtime. I thought it was going to be there, but just that quick turnaround, able to kill him like super quickly and finish that out in just 13-11. Like, that is a really close scoreline. But it feels so good for Bait right now. It must feel amazing, electric
You
for
could
them.
hear how nervous it was.
Yeah.
Like NPL in that
He was
interview as well.
shaking.
He was just like, yes, we almost lost the game. It was like, yeah, you did almost lose the game. But yeah, it got really, really close. The other thing I noticed as well through this one, there was 15 openings that went the way of Eternal Fire, but they only managed to get 11 of those rounds. That means 4 of those rounds where they had a 5v4. Things didn't go back their way. So Bait's trade game was impeccable and they were able to get back in. Also, they called a crazy first half. NPL did such a good job there.
I mean, they were able to really take B site. They threw 2 players out onto the site, were able to figure out where the other 2 players were on Eternal Fire, and then they would just enter in and be like, all right, this is ours now. They used their utility perfectly. We're able to smoke them out, use the mollies, and Eternal Fire were like, well, our economy is terrible because they've done this to us so many rounds in a row. What are we doing wrong? They had to save. And even then, like, it was so hard for them to come back on T side, but they were able to, but just not enough.
Sometimes we get to compare apples and oranges. Other times we get to compare nipples and majors. What did you think of these two?
Well, we did say if, it wasn't going to be about the AWPers, it was probably going to be about the fragging IGLs. And especially in that first half, Major was doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and then early in that second half, about halfway up the scoreboard, I think Wicadia really started to sort of run away with it in terms of that firepower. But head-to-head between the IGLs, NPL coming out on top, barely, but in terms of his team, was up on top, did lead by example, had some incredible impact, some great trades throughout the game, and that's exactly what you need. Not only that, but the fact that he did call such an impeccable first half, it really kept them going. The difference today between him and Major, the amount, especially on the CT side in that first half, Major was calling the stacks, but they were getting red. They were always stacking the wrong site at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And the gambles just didn't go their way today.
Unfortunate. And that's kind of what you were talking about at the beginning of this map. You're like, Dust 2's kind of a gamble. It could come down to just the spawns. It come down to like, oh, maybe we can stack A this time. And then they go all lower tons, and then the B site's completely gone for them. And they're like, well, we only have USPs. What do we do from here?
Yeah.
Is it enough to get excited? Upsets are fun, but it is a best of one. Eternal Fire now drops to the lower bracket. They're going to be playing best of 3s. Is it enough to get excited about Bait?
I think the initial prospect that gets me excited about Eternal Fire in the lower bracket is it's going to be the loser of that next game, which they have to play in a best of 3. I'm guessing that's the game later on today.
It's not. That'll be the game tomorrow morning.
Oh, well, that'll still be good because that means I'm probably here for it. So, Team Falcons and Saw, loser of that is going to be going up against Eternal Fire, which either of those up against Eternal Fire for elimination, that's a spicy game.
That feels like a final almost, because this we were talking about, I mean, I believe the Group B is a little bit more equally, but I feel like whatever team loses next, that feels like a final. Like Eternal Fire, we were all expecting them to win, except for me. I choose correctly. But them being top seeded here, they had a lot to show. They have a lot more on the line in terms of, I guess, what they can show off. Their reputation is what I'm trying to say. And this is going to be a little hard for them to come back in the lower bracket, but I feel like if they're able to really learn from this past mistakes, this past best of one, they'll be able to take it back.
So we're not too worried about Eternal Fire, even if they did just lose?
No, because best of 3s are less volatile. And Eternal Fire are usually not that volatile of a team. But yeah, Bait, one more best of 1 win away from making it straight to the playoffs. That's a pretty cool thing to think about as well.
Could that happen?
Yeah. It's best of 1.
I think they could.
They already beat the best team in the tournament. So.
Yeah. Exactly, and if it keeps going their way, I feel like they could totally bring it all the way to playoffs in the end. However, them having a day off tomorrow does make me a little nervous, because maybe they won't be really focusing too much on the game. Maybe they're like, oh, let's take a break. We're in Sweden, not Sweden. They're in Poland.
We're in Sweden.
They're in Sweden. They're in Poland. They're like, all right, let's go get what's some Polish food? I don't know, sausage.
I don't know.
Pierogies. I love pierogies.
Wait,
Pierogies are
that's-
really good.
I didn't even know that was Swedish. I'm going to go get one.
That's not
Polish.
Swedish. It's
Polish.
My goodness. Did either of you do geography in school?
Do any of you
grew
listen?
up
I
eating
don't.
pierogies. But
I just, yeah,
whatever.
that's what I'm here for.
Maybe they're eating too many pierogies tomorrow, and then they don't come on their desks on Sunday feeling super, super ready. But maybe they do.
Let's just clarify. We are in Stockholm, Sweden. Everyone else is in Poland, where they eat pierogies. Got it? Good. Okay. Simple. The greatest of all time in CSGO. One of the most incredible players. Someone we are all very excited to see. Makes his LAN debut for CS2. Next.
We were making legends. The days come and go. Wait through sun and snow for you to come and take me from this place and bring me home in the blue. Safe between the clouds in the blue. Where I can't be found. I'm hiding in the blue. Hiding in the blue. In the Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend? For it's our last refrain. Forever young, ever strong, ever brave. Memories like this never end. No, they don't fade away. So when I'm gone, and when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, keep holding on. And I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. called you, and it's been a few months since I tried to. Maybe I'm scared I'll say the wrong thing. My apartment's been shaking from the weight of a heart that's breaking. Pretend I don't care, but it's killing me. I'd be happy for you if you say you're happier with someone else. I'll be honest with you, just the thought of it hurts like hell. Oh, this time you've been thinking I moved on, but you should know I waited for you. Even if I tried, I could never let you go. You should know I waited. I'm always waiting for you.
For the distance, but are you alone? Are you alright? And maybe you will judge me if I said that I hope you still love me. Feels like you don't. I'm scared that I might. I'll be happy for you if you say you're happier with someone else. I'll be honest with you, just the thought of it hurts like hell. This time you've been thinking I moved on, but you should know I waited for you. Even if I tried, I could never let you go. You should know I waited. I'm always waiting for you. I'm always waiting for you. Oh, you should know I waited. Oh, this time you've been thinking I moved on, but you should know I waited for you. Even if I tried, I could never let you go. You should know I waited. I'm always waiting for you. I'm always waiting for you. Oh, you should know I waited. It's like a one-way ticket somewhere far away. It's like the calm in the eye of a hurricane. It's on the edge of a heartbeat, fast and a heartbreak. I wanna take your hand, I wanna leave tonight. I don't know what this is, but it just feels right. Breathing you in so high, think I might crash and die. 'Cause it feels like falling in love. Yeah, 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 it feels like I wanna jump, baby, every time.
Our expectations are high now. I mean, he's the greatest player in this game, in CSGO obviously, but now he has to prove it again, which he probably will do. I think obviously our goal for this tournament is to win it. I mean, it's not gonna be easy. All these teams are good in this tournament, and now it's a little bit more random in CS2, but I hope we're gonna win it.
All right, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Now, your opponent here, the first one, Saul. They're a team that's been on the rise, but obviously they've just gone through some changes of their own, brought in a new player. What's the expectation?
I mean, obviously I think we're gonna win, but as I said, it's especially CS2, and now it's best of one, so it's gonna be a little bit random. But obviously they're also going through a little bit rough period, I would say, because they changed one of their best players in the roster. So let's see how it goes.
All right, looking forward to seeing it. Good luck, man. Back to you, Sam.
We've already seen one upset today with Eternal Fire, the top seed of this competition, losing to Bates in that best of one. And like Madden said, best of ones, anything can happen. Anything can happen. And here at LAN, what has happened is the greatest of all time in CSGO has returned. Simple is here. It is his LAN debut with Team Falcons, but we actually had a chance to see him play earlier this week in another tournament, and they lost, even if he played well. What the hell is going on with Falcons?
We played well some maps, played under par on other maps as well, to put it lightly. But yeah, if we get the Simple that we all know and love back here in CS2, then you can expect it to be an interesting affair. But that's a conversation that needs to happen over time, because at the moment you need to give him sort of that period of figuring out how CS2 works in a competitive environment.
No, because he's the greatest of all time, and we all know how fans are. They will not give him any time. He needs to arrive and be prime Simple, or they will destroy him. We know this is what is expected of him. All that pressure on his shoulders. Can he live up to the expectations?
It's a lot on his shoulders, and I feel like he is a player that can take the pressure. I think after that Thunderpick loss, he did post on Telegram. He was like, I've only had 10 days with this team. I only had a little bit to warm up with them. Which is a little bit difficult when you're trying to enter into a new ecosystem. But should the ecosystem revolve around Simple, or should he not be the one that's really taking the advantage, getting the opening picks, making the team better? Because he played really, really well on Nuke. He had like a crazy rating, but he was not able to bring them to the finish line, because it's not just Simple that can step up. Everyone else also had to step up, has to be at that same level as the greatest player in the world, which is very daunting. There's a lot there, but I think the players on Falcons have it. They have the ability to get there, but still, I feel like it's gonna take some time, and I understand fans, they want Simple back now.
Team Falcons has some of the best players we've seen in Counter-Strike, right? I mean, the Duprees, they're all there. Are you familiar with broken wing syndrome?
No, please enlighten us.
Okay, so this is a dating term. I have quite a toxic dating history, which is why I know about broken wing syndrome. What it is you meet someone and they have a broken wing, like a bird flying, and there's a broken wing, but you believe you can fix it. You can fix the wing. And they can fly again. When in actual fact, what needs to happen is you have to wring the bird's neck. Falcons to me currently, because that is the kind thing to do, because the wing is never going to heal. So the question is, after a couple of months of watching Falcons try and try and try, can the wing be fixed? Is Simple going to be able to fix this wing? Will they be able to fly? Or is it kind of to wring their necks?
It feels like this is like not their last resort, but it feels like the last resort. Like this is like the biggest thing that they could have added to their team. It's Simple.
By taking away one of the best players they had?
But they're adding into the newest, greatest player of Counter-Strike, so...
Of CSGO.
Of CSGO, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's get that straight.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So a serious question though. Falcons is not delivering. This is a team that had lots of expectations. They have incredible names. For some reason, it's not working. Now they've added Simple. Is it going to work? Because this is their last chance. They go into the RMRs and then that is it. Let's be frank. If they don't qualify for the major, this team is done.
Yeah, well, that's true. You know, it's one of those things. That NiKo needs to fit in there next year if that's apparently happening. There's still rumors, hasn't had any full confirmation, but you think of NiKo on the same team as Simple, a better prospect, but at the moment, you know, there's the interview that came out from HL.
Or no, with the addition of Simple right now, can Falcons fly?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Simple's back on LAN. He's back here. I feel like he is in the spot where he is used to playing the best Counter-Strike CSGO. And while CS2, it is very hard for a lot of GOATs. To really transition into CS2. We saw that with a lot of players.
I'm going to say no in this best of one because it's also on Ancient. It's going to be Simple's first official on Ancient in CS2. And Ancient isn't necessarily known as one of the best maps for an AWPer to have a great time. And if he's not AWPing aggressively, if he's not able to play a role that he really needs to excel, to allow Falcons to fly, then it ain't happening here. I feel like Saw probably going to feel a little bit better.
If Falcons fly, it means they'll be doing some damage to Saw. Get it? Good job. But let's find out with Saw, because they're a little bit limping along as well. So
you're the new guy coming in. It's a little bit of a difficult time to join.
I think it's definitely, I don't think it's difficult. I think it's like a bit strange because it's like mid-season, right? So me, myself, I wasn't really expecting, you know, I was on another team and just leaving and coming here is another reality for me. But I'm happy to be here and I'm ready to help the guys out. I hope so.
Now, I was chatting to Roman out by about his familiarity with the other teams. I'm going to go the other direction. Two guys you don't know, Roman Mutiris, who's obviously been around the scene as a Portuguese player, someone you've looked up to. Are they intimidating?
No, they're fun guys. They're awesome, really. They're awesome teammates, awesome persons, and I'm enjoying so much just to spend time with them, and that's it, I guess.
Now, kind of a fun opening matchup here. Debut of Simple, Falcons team, dangerous Falcons team. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be... I don't know what to expect, really, but I hope it's a good match. Falcons obviously full of great players, very experienced, and first match for Simple on LAN, on CS2, so it's definitely, we don't really know what to expect, but we hope it's a great game, really.
I'm sure it will be. Should be an exciting one. Good luck, man. Back to you.
You know what I'm happy about? I'm happy that the newest player added to Saw wants to do interviews. Always good to see a little bit of personality coming out. Always good to find out more about these guys as they come into the scene. We are going into Ancient, though, and that's where he'll have to feature.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot riding on this for both squads, and you can already see Saw getting up to some very fast aggression in through middle. 5 players went out to fight in for that mid control, but Simple taking control in towards that B bomb site and finding one. But Mutiris answers back. B bomb plant, it is certainly, but there's a lot more presence here from Saw, and Story's got another.
All down to Magisk and Dupree, the two Danes locked into the back of the bomb sites, getting a kill apiece, and Dupree's got a dink on top of it. Suddenly things going from good to terrible for Saw as Mutiris is left with 3 HP to make this clutch work, and it just can't. Magisk starts off with a triple, very strong opening to the game.
That's a major winning combination of players in a 2v4 to have to pull that round back. Falcons got full access to that B-bomb site, but even at the man deficit, yeah, it's hard to put Magisk and Dupree away so easily.
Don't downplay them. They're not major winning. They're 4-time major winning together. 5 for Dupree, but who's counting?
Everyone.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Majors are pretty counted, aren't they? And you know what else is counted? Major appearances, and Falcon is hoping to make theirs soon. So is Saw. So, of course, with a lot of tumultuous energy behind that Atlanta finish, are now hoping this round can go better for them than Atlanta did, and it started off strong again. But are the refrags going to be available? Scaling onto the bomb site is certainly possible. There aren't grenades to pop open these smokes, but I don't know if that's really been read into. Completely re-smoke back out to Donut. And although it locks him out, Ujurks will be going down only to be traded. Story providing a beautiful deagle shot, and you're back to a 2-on-4. How many of these can Falcons win out in a row? They are hoping at least 2. Oh no.
Yeah, smoke's not gonna last forever, and they're starting to trail into it. Yeah, just leaping at Madden is the first player in Agil, and Muter is able to get one, countered back by Magisk, but there's Roman to come in for the clutch. A quick trade back, and this time the 4 versus 2 does work out, but it is still only one that survives here for Seoul.
Whatever, it's a force by victory at the end of the day, right? And sure, Falcons will be able to most likely pull together a Tech 9 and some armor going into the next one with a bomb plant as well, but This is still exactly what Saul was hoping for after that first round goes awry.
I'm very surprised, though, with Muteris playing the edge of that smoke, Madden was very close by to that smoke, and he didn't spam back as soon as Muteris retreated. I'm very surprised he didn't go for that, given there would have been relayed information that Muteris was likely low after that initial exchange. Could have been a 2 versus 3 that they would have had to bail themselves out of, wouldn't have had to worry maybe about the donut player leaping at them. It was maybe a curious decision, almost worked out, but...
It's a great double kill from Story to make it so that it can't.
Yeah.
And Roman now wants to aggress. In he goes. Madden is out. And, well, so is Roman from the action, at least. Falcons did go for the AKs being picked up for Simple. And I believe Madden had one as well. But please correct me if I am wrong on that one, Michael. I think he had one.
Yeah,
Roman
I think you're right. Yeah. I'll be wrong with you. It's fine.
Actually, Roman saved his AK in the previous round, so I guess he didn't. Okay.
I think the funny thing is, I agree with Sam completely. Fans and everyone looking on to the Falcons, they are expecting Simple to hit the ground running. He had a decent opening debut with them in their online officials, and sure, it didn't look the most well-composed or put together, but Simple was still doing simple things, which is very promising for the return of one of the greatest.
This is a rough round, though. Magic, Simple, and Debris have all been taken down low. A bomb plant would be nice, but it is honestly a little bit unexpected. Muteris does recede and let them have that one. Doesn't want to take the risk of a hair, but now it also opens things up to a bit of tragedy. You've got a few flashes, one of them already being used. Now 2 left for UJerks, and he is in a decent enough position to chuck them in, but with Deagles and AKs on the other side, you can see what's going wrong. Magic finds the one. Angel not able to quickly finish off the Lord Debris, and Simple's AK finds nothing. Saw clean it up.
Yeah, they were just all so low health by the time they ended up in that post plant. Even with Saw not having offensive utility, they had SMGs, they had weapons that were willing to take that space away, and if Falcons didn't hit some nice clean Deag shots or quick taps with the AK, the round was pretty much, just wasn't within their grasp at all. They had nothing to stall out those CTs either, given that they came in with lighter weaponry.
And listen, man, I know you and Sam are being very nice and saying, hey, fans are going to really rack expectations on a Simple. It's not just fans, it's me too.
Yeah, but we're fans.
We just talk. Don't tell them that. Don't open the curtain. We're not normal people. We're better.
Oh.
Informed.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Simple right now has been given information of UJerks' position, but that grenade that followed through with it means he's losing teammates, losing chances. Just can't find those duels.
And I was curious to find that we were going to an Ancient, because this is also a map that we haven't seen much from the Falcons. When we had limited exposure to them in their online outing, they did not play an Ancient. So
to be fair, though, I also am surprised to see Ancient, because I thought Ancient was one of their weakest maps in Atlanta. I felt like Ancient was the reason why they lost that tournament even in a lot of places. It felt like some of the mid-aggression was out of tune. It felt like some of what Barry was trying to integrate wasn't really necessarily fully put through. Their CT side, funnily enough, was where they were having all of their issues. So this good start to things, it's a good sign for them. Especially with UJerks being able to find this kind of success. Muteris now as well gets the crest, is spotted out, and the spray exchange goes his way. Dupree nearby is going to be looking to lead through, and he's managed to find out that there's no one there. He's now creeping and trailing forward. UJerks and Story put their heads and hearts together, and more importantly, their hands too.
Well, Simple and Dupree can certainly make this round a little bit scary. Just have to get isolated fights, and there does seem to be one waiting around the corner here for Simple. Bomb is dropped outside of B, not something that Saw have full confirmation of, but they will have their suspicions. And I think this was one of the promising signs when we saw Simple in his online outing, is that when he was in clutch situations, he was still destroying people.
These positions are insane, though, especially with Dupree going down with a Muteris backstab to reaggress into middle. At this point, honestly, it does feel a little bit like just don't give him the kills to let him pick up that form, and running out of bullets over there, Simple can't get it together.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah. I built that one up a little too much, maybe.
But listen, at the same time, it does feel like every single one of these rounds you're thinking is possible. That's also something Saw is keeping in mind, right? So Saw will not be letting their foot off the gas at any given point. Another thing to keep in mind, obviously, for these players, they have played against Simple, they have played against Classic Na'Vi, but never at a point where it felt like they could truly compete.
Yeah, not when they were considered the favorites coming into this matchup. You know, I think even with the Falcons getting access to Simple, we still have very fond memories of Saw this year.
Story right now, dig down. 23. Roman will be the point of contact, and he has contacted and forced them back. There's no longer any phone numbers being dialed up. They have used all their smokes on the T side, though, so now whatever you want to do is going to be purely reliant on hands.
And spams.
That's true. That's there, too.
Snappy, not happy. 0 and 6. And didn't really get a chance to fight in this round, because they only come in with techs, so expectations would have been limited. But I like how assertive Saw have been in previous rounds, but now knowing what the buy is, they have played more within the bomb site.
That's not the cleanest.
Still swinging with confidence.
Yeah,
we're swinging with confidence.
Utrecht deserves to have that confidence as well. Now, running out of bullets, though, that's not the weapon you want in your hand, buddy. There aren't any throwing knives in this game. Martin taken down as well, and although the damage is not the worst, Magisk is now going to be left with a terrible task to try and deliver the bomb back to A. The plant is possible, I do believe, but that should be all he really gets. No, he wants more. Taking the fight, it's greedy, and it won't pay off.
Yeah, I mean, he heard the steps of Meteorus up close, and he thought he was just going to get ran down, so that's why he gets himself off that plant there. Meteorus was within earshot to hear the relocate, so it's not like he was totally alone either. He did have backup en route. But already some early problems here for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Get to see the AWP out, of course, and this will likely be the first time we get to see it.
And to be honest, Michael, one of the things about the pressure on the Falcons that I think people aren't really considering so far, which is what I love about this extra pressure, is that the rest of this team hasn't really been doing too much, let's be honest, right? Like these individual players, we know their peaks, we know their ceilings. They've not even in the rooms where their ceilings should exist. So you want to put a microscope on these guys now that they have Simple? You want to make it so that internally in the team, the environment is straightforward. We got to be good. We've got the GOAT on our side. No one's going to forgive us for losing anymore. Not that that was happening too much before either, in all fairness.
Yeah, I mean, they did make it to the finals against Complexity at ESL Challenger Jönköping, where, you know, Complexity were happy to lift a trophy for themselves, but, you know, you're thinking the Falcons with the players and the repertoire they have, you would think that they could beat the likes of a Complexity. And also we saw what Complexity did after that tournament wasn't too grand.
I mean, if you include Zonic in the mix, they've got, what, 14 majors amongst them? Nice shot from dupreeh, though. That's one of the ones with 5 to his name. Early entry will be a good start, especially when it's on the hot hand in U-Jerks. It enforces back rotations from Agile. And Agile has slotted into this team quite well. It feels like he's not necessarily packing the same punch, but he plays a lot of the same position, and he's very similar passive style trade frag heavy player as Arisdosh could be at times. But right now, he's not trading anything. dupreeh will just take him down. Magisk does the same, and Falcon's slow lurking style will yield them a lot of fruit.
Yeah, this didn't feel like it was perfect calling from the Falcons, just some independent work lurking through those positions. dupreeh making use of his early entry and just capitalizing on the space, the timing as well they hit through red.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think Snappy programmed every single one of those.
Yeah, he's micromanaging both Magisk and dupreeh.
While he's alive.
As the least successful Dane on the roster.
Hey. Yeah.
I would have loved to see the counterpoint if you could have fished one out.
I mean, you're really putting him in some staunch competition.
Oh no,
fair.
I mean, yeah, but he's amongst legends.
Yeah. And Saw are hoping that they don't realize that themselves. They don't want to think of Falcons as legends. They want to think of Falcons as, well, you know what, it's a team having troubles. And trying to reintegrate a lost guard of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I guess to draw the parallel, you know, they may be letting their organization down with the level that they've output, given the investment that's gone into this roster. The Falcons across other esports have put in a lot of money to get basically the best team in those respective esports, and you see that bear fruit. Counter-Strike, that's been a different story.
Story, though, down in middle, Mutas has been caught out, Magisk managed to fade back as well, and now you see Agile and Story looking a little bit lost. They recede back to Dome, they completely forfeit mid-control, but now you have to worry about B side. That's where Ujix's rotation could come into play. A flash overhead, and he wants to peek out from the side. They're not blind, though. They're not blind, though. Madden hits a blinder off a shot, only traded away, and Roman not ready for the stutter step from Simple.
Yeah, he wanted to dive out. He wanted to try and escape somehow, but a lovely trade frag from Simple. Agil past the smoke. Woo! Snappy just clotheslines him. That's Snappy's first kill, but it is an absolute ripper onto the new addition of Salt. And so now Story saves. But I like the fact they're willing to take that fight back to Saw after all the assertive mid-control they've got in previous rounds. Falcons undeterred, not fearful of taking that duel. But then also capitalizing on some space over at B, all the same as well. Ujix, yeah, put a lot of faith in that flash that was easily dodged by Madden.
It's also nice to see that Magisk is going for a few of those plays, which honestly, I don't really attribute to Magisk getting aggressive through smokes like that, even with flashes and everything to help him. That's more for like, I'm thinking anyone, it's Madden who's going to do that. But obviously, when you've got the potential of having double aggressive prongs, it did feel like at some point dupreeh was likely the one to do something like it, but
Just to complete my point, though, you know, where they're maybe not meeting the expectations of the Falcons organization, these players, maybe the players on Seoul have questions to ask about whether their organization is meeting their expectations. You know, they've found themselves in a very awkward scenario. Agil even said in the pregame that, you know, it's unusual that you have roster moves happening when you've got the RMRs to play. It's happening mid-season. It does seem like there's some turmoil, I guess,
brewing. And you were finding success, right? Like, you got top 4 at Cologne. That's harder to do than getting top 4 at a major, to be very honest. The format is so staunch.
The caliber of teams as well is more consistent. You're less likely to have these upsets or, you know, teams that maybe had easier runs.
Yeah. Competition-wise, it doesn't get harder than that. And now you're found without a coach. Now you're found with one star player less for your roster, hoping to substitute him with a guy who really doesn't have the reps.
Yeah, you're familiar with him. You know, Story and Ujix playing with him on For the Win once upon a time at previous Challenger level events, but more of a support player, not a star.
I don't think they know where dupreeh is.
Well, they've given up all the mid-control, so I'd be very surprised if they were caught out by Falcons actually having presence here.
It's all about timing of a hair story. Looks away, dupreeh had a chance, but the shot too fast. Had to be an instant hedge, but that's just not going to be achievable. Simple now recovers into middle, and Mutas will not have information of this. Simple's hidden away. And although that possibility should be in the back of their minds, the back of your mind is not where you want to keep the Ukrainian man. That's why Story keeps an eye out for him, will take down that secondary lurk, and you bring it back to a 5-on-3 with the B site the destination and not a lot of utility to try and take it over. Flashes are left, they will not be deployed. Roman actually is blind, so I eat my words as he eats a flash. Madden turns the corner, no smokes to interrupt, and he doesn't need them. Wants to proceed forward and aggress more. Ujix will now be spotted, but a shoulder is enough, and now Madden has to be careful with that flash in his hand. He gives up his life. Back to a 3-on-2, and the re-peek from Mutas will refrag out twice and thrice over. Saw a thing of beauty that retake was.
Yeah, I mean, they just kind of lined up for him. I mean, Mutas fighting out from long. Magisk just gave an initial glance and then hid himself away, but Snappy was still in the firing line, and so he caught a bullet. And you saw Magisk a little desperate to try and get something back, because you know, finding yourself in a 1-on-3, you have to fight for something. A very challenging post plant to operate around, especially when you give 2 opening kills away to Story. But I have to say, good re-aggression from Story, who can sometimes be a bit more on the passive side. You know, especially, I mean, on T sides, he does go for openers, but on CT, he can be a bit stagnant. But after he got his first kill onto dupreeh, he just decided to hunt for extra, and he found it.
Oh, is this another play through the smoke? Yes, it is. Will they catch anyone? dupreeh does. But Angel was able to recover from the initial blind. Now the deep incendiary down, he forces Magisk to reconsider pathing, and that does reset to a 4v4. Simple with the op. This is what we've been waiting for, but UJerks could be a little bit much. Oh no, Madden finds him.
It looked like Madden was just about to go into the edge of the smoke as well, so had that been a second later, maybe UJerks catches them with their pants down, but it was a big risk to take. Man advantage here for the Falcons, but you can see Soar being active in their defense. Got 2 set up inside of middle. Roman holding his ground inside of B as well. Does deal with Snappy, but there is progress being made here from Madden. He's got access to long, and he's carved out a path so that that bomb can cross as well.
Magic's position is fantastic over here, though. He's forced out a long rotation for
He's missed
one.
the timing.
He might have, actually, because Roman is just proceeding forward and getting ready for the backstab. They're not prepared. The bomb is dropped, but Magisk now makes his way over for the trade. 2 versus 2, Magisk should have an idea that there could be another player coming over. That's what the flash is for. And Story will still be given a chance. How has he allowed that to happen? Madden, now an impossible position for him, but maybe not so impossible. He is trying to take the fight back over to them. This ankle is surely not going to be expected. He's waiting for Agile to round the corner. Agile and Story hoping to reconvene. The smoke is there. That's what he was worried about, but Story jumps forward, the 5-7 to take his head, and that is 7 on the board for Saw.
Yeah, I mean, lovely shooting there from Story. Once again, coming up huge for the Soul camp. And I mean, from the AWP kill he finds down lane, the timing that Roman hit was absolutely sensational. I don't think they can quite believe how quickly this round exploded. I mean, a 4-on-3 where UJerks gives his life away for free. Somehow they just can't deal with one of the more veteran players here in the Portuguese squad. Just so elusive. They knew about him inside of Cave, but didn't expect him so fast on the flank. And this is the thing, Falcons have been wanting to play this slow style, round smokes, not overplaying their hand, going with simple executes or calling from spawn. I guess to leverage the experience that they have in playing out these mid rounds, and I guess showing and displaying a bit more patience in holding their angles or understanding the timings that they might be able to hit once they do start to show presence on one of the extremities. That's what dupreeh has been doing in middle so frequently. It's what they've been able to capitalize on in these slower moments, but this time they slow things down and Soul are able to find a gap.
It's not like Saw doesn't have their fair share of experience between Muterus and Roman.
Yeah, but while you've got major winners on the Falcons side, Soul only made their first major this year.
They're no strangers to challenger level events, though. And they know that the best time to cause an upset, even if it's not an upset in rankings, but an upset of heart, is the beginning. Tears might be shed later on, though. Right now, Roman is the only one here on B. They have found it vacant, but Roman will at least give the CTs an advantage. Flash overhead. UJerks to try and let Roman peek forward for more, prevent the bomb planter from receding backwards, and with Falcon not having utility, Snappy's in some hot trouble. Well, maybe not so hot. dupreeh will bail him out. Snappy given a duel, but Roman and Agile are bringing it right back. Simple now given a chance to shine. This is exactly where you want to see him. The shot is nice, but it's incomplete, and that's not enough. Look at how far off Madden is. The defuse will just come through before he'll even be relevant.
And the spam doesn't line up either. In fact, he gets spammed better back by Agile. They are getting outclassed on an individual level, whether it has been Story, hell, Muterus with some of these key kills.
Roman's aggression as well.
Yeah, this was not the map I was expecting. Not when we're looking at a sword that look a little wounded, a Falcons that have access to what the best player we had in Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
The best player of Counter-Strike history in general. Now there's an incendiary, but fire on their feet is the least of their concerns. It's fire in their faces from Agile. 2 already down, make it all of them 9-3. Saw feel good going into that second half.